Oh, hello. First and foremost, I want to say this is the best Men in Black movie there is. The main villain in this movie is a guy called Boris. He reminds me of Macho Man Randy Savage, except with one arm. The creatures in this movie look awesome. The aliens look really good. The special effects are the best of any MIB movie. I think the dialogue is really good. The acting is really good. Brolin does a really good job being a younger K. Will Smith in this movie is really funny. I think the funniest out of all the MIB movies. Basically, as you see in the trailers, Will Smith, Agent J, goes back in time to kill Boris, but he's not supposed to run into Agent K, which ends up happening. And there's a really funny scene where Agent K is interrogating Will Smith and asks him why he was chasing Boris. So Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K, asks Will Smith, Agent J, why he was at the amusement park. And Will Smith says, I was waiting for my girlfriend. And then Agent K says, okay, what's her name? And he goes, huh? What's her name? And he goes, Stern? Stern? Then Will Smith's like, yeah, Stern. She's Greek. That was hilarious. There's also a really funny scene where Will Smith bowls with the alien's head, and he even shines his head and then bowls with it. That was a really funny part. But when Will Smith goes back in the past, it's very similar to when Marty from Back to the Future goes to the future and he's checking out all the cars, the people, the clothes. In this movie, when Will Smith goes back, it's a lot like that too. He's all looking confused, just like Marty. He's also looking at the cars and the way people are dressed, except Marty doesn't steal a car like Will Smith does in this movie. There's also a funny scene where Agent K and J go to a party and Andy Warhol is there, and they're trying to get information from him, and he's not cooperating. So Will Smith grabs him by the arm and drags him into the back. Andy takes off his wig, and he goes, damn it, Agent K, I'm working on a case, and I'm tired of painting cans and bananas. And then Will Smith says, hey, Andy, I love your work. And then Andy's like, you're a dumbass. And then Will Smith is like, say that again. You're a dumbass. And then Will Smith is like, hey, I don't have a problem slapping the shiznit out of Andy Warhol. And Andy Warhol is like, what? You gotta remember, they're in the past. It's 1969. And it's just little scenes like that that are really funny. There's also another black guy at the party, and when the black guy sees Will Smith, he goes like, and then Will Smith's like, what? Back then, that's what they did. Andy Warhol is a member of the MIB. He's over there talking to Agent K when he gets interrupted by a woman who goes, Andy, Yoko's here for you. And he goes, tell her I'm filming this man eat a cheeseburger. Tell her that it's transcendent. He's just making anything up. And then Andy Warhol, who is Agent W, goes, Agent K, you gotta fake my death. I can't take this much longer. I can't take this music much longer. This film recreates the Apollo 11 launch, the first launch that successfully sent humans to the moon. I think that scene was awesome. I'm not going to spoil the ending for anybody who hasn't seen the movie. I think it is very rare for a movie to not have slow parts, but this movie just keeps going and doesn't have any slow parts at all. It is always entertaining and funny, and I think it's the best MIB film of all. The end doesn't disappoint. It's a film for everybody. I must have laughed out loud a lot of times, but for anybody who wants to see a good movie, wants to laugh, and is a fan of the MIB franchise, or even if you're not a fan, I recommend this movie. I give it a 9 out of 10 and 4 out of 5. And for those who have seen this movie, I'm going to go eat some pie.